Kate, and hey HW, and many more. Okay, how are you all doing? I am back with more stories, news stories, viral videos, and things like that. Just talking about current events and things that, I've seen going on, and I just want to give my opinion about it. Okay, you see a few on the screen right now, but as usual, there's always much more stories than what you see in the title. Much more. Okay, so let's jump right on into the first thing that I saw that I would like to talk about. So give me a quick little second, everybody. Let's see.
I wish my people had enough self-esteem to see through the pandering.
Okay, this guy, his name is Eric Stone. Eric Stone. He's very popular on TikTok. He dates black women. He has a lot of love for black women, and he stands up and protects a lot of black women. And with this video, he called out the black men who have a problem with him. Anytime a white man genuinely likes a black woman and stands up for black women, they will say, oh, you are pandering. They even do this to the black men who call out the mistreatment of black women. They'll say, you're pandering. You're just trying to get black women on your side. You're trying to get brownie points and all this other nonsense. So Eric Stone, what he did, okay, this guy says, I wish my people had enough self-esteem to see through the pandering. So this is what Eric Stone had to say.
I wish my people had enough self-esteem to see through the pandering. Coming from a black man that literally has a whole white woman with a black man on his profile, as she's bent right over, saying, whole lot of tricking and not enough treating. I swear, sometimes black men like you are worse than racist white people who have a problem with me dating interracially, because you have no problem when a white woman dates a black man, but when a white man dates a black woman, that's a whole fucking problem. Just say you hate black women and get it the fuck over with. In fact, get over your mommy fucking issues. My name's Eric Stone. Doses, bitch. Selected black men are mad at me because I called them out on their hypocrisy, because they keep telling black women they need to be race loyal, yet in the same breath they're sleeping with white women. Yet in the comment section, all these black women were agreeing with me. Now, why is that? Why do black women feel that way? And instead of these black men taking the opportunity to be able to have an intellectual conversation with these black women to be able to figure out why they feel that way, they decided to do exactly what these black women said they always do in the fucking first place. Belittling these black women, calling them ugly, and every other fucking negative stereotype that you could possibly fucking think of. Yeah, I'm the white devil now. I'm the white guy who got too fucking comfortable in the black community. Yet a week ago, they fucking loved me. Yet it's the same black men who got onto me for dating black women. But when you go to their fucking profile, they're married to a white woman. And I think I figured it out. It's not just their hatred towards black women, but also their own fucking mommy issues. But on top of, they're trying to control and manipulate these women, and the fact that they can't do that makes them angry. And when you can't control the narrative, you can't control how people feel actually about black women. And in their eyes, they want to make black women the bottom of the totem pole. And when I or any other men date black women, it defeats their fucking narrative. And now they're mad at me because I'm a man, and I should see it exactly how they see it. But the only difference between me and the women they're dating is they're not fucking me, so they can't control me nor manipulate me. Doses. I wish my people had enough facility. Coming from a black, whole white.
I absolutely love it, baby. Go ahead, Eric Stone, and check them. It's about damn time more white men stand up. Okay, I love to see it. One thing that he said that stuck out to me in both video clips that I just played is that he said a week ago, you black men loved me. I had said in my video, and I'm not the only one who has said it, is that a lot of black men will pretend to be cool with white men, but I'm telling you, they cannot stand you. A number of them will smile in your face, but they're jealous of you. They're bitter. They are in competition with you, and they feel like if they F white women, some of them, and go out in public and parade her around, that they're either on your level or they're making you upset. He also said that, let me see, he says, yeah, hold on though. So black men are flip-floppy. That's why I said in my last live is that if you are a black woman who panders to the black man, you will get donations. They will uplift you. If you mention black femicide, if you say anything about their behavior, how they don't build, the crime, then they will turn on you. As long as you worship them, they love you. But if you turn on them, or if they think you have, then they will turn on you if you're not butt kissing them. He also said, hold on, let me see. I wrote my little notes down. Okay. So basically, Eric is calling them out. You want black women to be at the bottom of the barrel. And when you see that black women are not, and that men not black are choosing your women that you said aren't nothing, then they get upset. Oh, you see, he's pandering. You see, and black women do this too. Black women who do not interracially date, they fantasize about it, but they don't have the strength to really do it. They often will get upset when they see other black women being happy with men not black, and they will try to scare black women from dating white men especially. And then they'll say, I don't want to be a fetish. He's going to fetishize you. You know how many of us have been with men who were not black that did not fetishize us? You know how many black women are in happy marriages with their men who did not fetishize them? It's just a scaring tactic and a way that they try to stop you. Or they'll say pandering. He doesn't really love you. He can't. You're the main one online trying to convince everybody, including black women, that nobody would want the black woman. So Eric is like, hold on, you're not going to talk all this junk. He goes on their pages and he's like, how are you going to talk so much crap to me for liking black women and standing up for black women, and you literally have a white wife or girlfriend? Okay? You are saying that I'm a panderer and that I'm not authentic in loving a black woman, but all throughout your page, you are with a white woman. And they also degrade them. He said, look at this. He has her bent down with a leash on like some sort of dog. Okay? Look. So he's like, you have the audacity to talk to me like I'm pandering to the black woman or fetishizing the black woman. You have my race of women on her knees with a leash on her. And black men fetishize white women. They fetishize black women with big booties. They fetishize white women for simply being white. They don't want anyone to say anything to them, and they want society. They don't have a problem when men not black diss black women. They'll join in and laugh at it. They're the only race of men that find joy at their women not being seen as a beauty standard or wanted. When women from every race represent the beauty of a race, they keep your race in a positive light. They're the only race that you will ever see who get happy at the thought that nobody would want their own women, who make them and reproduce them. They want to be seen as the prize. They want to be seen as the beauty queens, the black men, the standard, the most wanted. They love to parade around saying, I'm the most wanted. I'm the most wanted who they want to sleep with. I'm the most wanted. I'm the most wanted. And they want to be with other races of men. They want to sit at the table with other races of men. They want to travel overseas with other races of men and dip in and out of other men's women. Okay? But the minute that those same men find their women beautiful and want to come over to the black woman, all of a sudden they start acting pro-black and no, you can't do it. They don't want you to do it, but they want to sleep with everybody, including men. But they want to sleep with who they want to sleep with, and they want you to think that you're not cute, sit there, put you down in front of everybody and join in with racists on TikTok to laugh at you and parade around with these men's women, embarrass these men and say, look, I got your race of women on a leash. Look, I control her. I'm the black king. I'm the mandingo. I am everything. And the minute that you have these men who are not black making videos, I love black women, I respect black women, they're beautiful, very physically attractive, they don't deserve to be treated like this, then they throw a fit Because Eric said, it doesn't fit the narrative that you're trying to push. You, like a nut job, are trying to turn everybody against your own race of women. And when they see it not happening and that these men not black find value in the black woman and beauty of the black woman, then they throw a fit like a child because they are bullying you. They are acting like black KKK members. They are mentally sick. Again, name a race of men who actually want people to think their women are not cute. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. Most races of men know that the women represent the beauty of the race. You know what I'm saying? Like beauty pageants and, men like to show off. Men like to gloat. Men like to brag. Like, look at my car. I got the best car. I got the best house. I have the best race of women. Even if other women might even be considered a little cuter, most men of every group, they get a self-esteem boost when men talk about their race of women as being some of the hottest women on the planet. They're like, yeah, that's my mother. Yeah. Well, that's who made me. That's where I come from. Yeah, we got the baddest. Yeah, y'all want our women. Yeah, you want to sleep with our women because our women are so fine. Mostly all races of men and are like that, and they're protective of their women. But black men are the only group I've ever seen that actually want people to not think those things about their own race of women that they come from. It's the weirdest, sickest thing that you can really think of. And then they turn around and they want to be seen as the pretty ones and not the women. That's why they're always trying to throw in a black woman's face, I am the most wanted. You see, it can't be you. They all want me. I'm the beauty queen. I'm the beauty queen. Not you. I'm the woman. I'm the prize. That's where you see them all over with the red pill talking about I'm the prize as the man. They want to be women. They want your spot. They want the world to gloat over them while throwing their women away because they have some vendetta against the black woman because you got education, because of slave days, whatever it is. It's very sickening and very weird. And I'm happy to see Eric Stone and more white men who date black women, marry black women, or just see the hypocrisy with black men speaking against them, and they see exactly through them and what they're trying to do. And Eric basically said it. You are trying to make us not like them. And when you see us liking them and protecting them, you want to talk crap to me and your women, and then we go on your page and you are with my race of women. You are a hypocrite, and something is wrong with you. So I love that Eric called them out. Okay. So let's go to the next topic. And more are seeing it. More and more seeing it. And, because black men are the main ones in competition with black women. I've had them come on my page and do this and ask me about, they will say things like, oh, well, I'm dating interracially. Like, they're in competition with me. Like, I need to be in competition over who's more desired. I don't have to announce if I'm going out with a man not black. I have self-esteem. I don't have to brag on that to you or prove anything to you or announce that to you. Why do you keep having to announce this to everybody? Because you're a little boy in competition and you want to feel like you're on the level with other groups of men, and you value whiteness just more than so many other people. You are a racist, you're prejudiced, you have low self-esteem, despite what you say about black women, okay? That's why they're obsessed about wearing extra hair, because it's extra hair. We already have hair. It's extra hair, okay? They value women not black. A lot of them prefer women not black, their hair. Oh, yeah, a number of them do. And because, they're like, oh, well, the black woman has curlier hair, so let me have this competition between them. Let me say, see, oh, I'm dating them because of a hairstyle that you keep wearing. That's not true at all. They practiced eugenics in their race before they started dating white women in mass numbers. They have severe low self-esteem, a lot of black men. That's why they always have to get so much attention for dating white women all the time and compete with white men. And the only way that they believe they can compete is effing her, not in business or anything like that. It's about who can take whose woman and who is she going to. I'm the king. My penis might be bigger, or so they think in some cases. And, look. And then they want to make the black woman this vendetta against the black woman. Look, 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 see, I'm with her. I'm with her. That's why you see them always publicizing it when they go to a white woman, because it's the only way they feel they can get attention. Like those football players who were in the big old Cadillac limousine thing and came out with nothing but white women. They were not even attractive men, but they knew that it would be talked about. They used the white woman to feel better, and they want attention, and they like to make white men feel jealous. So, okay. Oh yeah, white women been wearing hair extensions. We just call it something different. White women call it extensions and fusion. Black women call it a weave. It's the same damn thing. And then they'll switch. Oh, but the texture matches. Okay, not all black women have super curly hair. Some black women have wavy hair. But it doesn't matter. They'll find any excuse. We see right through them on what they're doing. They have severe low self-esteem. And if this was a black woman on her knees in a leash with a white man, they would have a field day. But because it's a white woman, they think that is different and it's more accepted. Black men. They are running through other races of men, fetishizing other races of men, using and putting babies without marrying other races of men's women. And they think that is different because they're not black women. Okay, the next story that I want to talk about is Spartan College Dean Dr. Cameisha Clark was recently gunned down by an ex-security guard on campus. This wasn't talked about. I know people will be shocked that I'm talking about it because this was a non-black man who did it. Oh, yes. And no one knows what this was about. Nobody knows why he did this.
The family of a dean of Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood broke the heartbreaking news Tuesday that Dr. Cameisha Clark died Monday. Her death, the result of being gunned down, officials say, by a coworker last Friday. Inglewood's mayor expressed his sympathies to her family and friends.
Hearts go out to the family, and this should never have happened, and it's a terrible instance of workplace violence.
Campus security guard 40-year-old Jesse Figueroa of Monterey Park is accused of shooting and killing 35-year-old Clark and injuring her assistant inside a school office.
We did a lockdown of the campus, room-to-room search, discovered there were no more victims and that he had fled. We arrested him about 2 hours and 40 minutes later in Koreatown.
Figueroa has now been charged with murder, attempted murder, and a felon with prior convictions in possession of a firearm. The family of a dean of Spartan College Wood broke the heartbreaking news Tuesday Monday. Her death, the result of being gunned down, officials say. 40 minutes later in Koreatown. Figueroa has now been charged with murder.
Okay, so that's him. And also her assistant, I think it was her assistant, was also gunned down, but I don't think she passed away. And this is just a mystery. Nobody knows why he did it. This guy is the security guard, okay? The only thing that I can think of, like Just Me said, I think he had to be jealous of her. I mean, I don't think she was sleeping with the man. This man looks horrible. So, okay, hold on. Valentina says he was obsessed with her. I think he was jealous of her. This is a beautiful, successful, accomplished black woman at the campus. She's the dean. She's well paid. I think he probably sat there with his security job. Now, security guards can make some decent money, but not in comparison to her. Maybe he just sat there stewing about that she has this money. She's the dean. And he had to be jealous of her. That's all I can think of. Maybe he was upset with his own life, and like we see a lot of shooters always having these mass shootings in America. He wanted to take it out on her as well as anyone else that was around. And I think he probably goes on TikTok and watches these videos about black women being educated and things people say about black women, hating on black women on social media. And he probably thought, who is she? She's sitting up there. She's the dean. And look at me. I'm the security guard. I'm supposed to be in her position or something. And he took his weapon and took her life. And I was amazed that the media didn't really cover this story. This is the college dean. Okay, like, are you serious? So this is Dr. Cameisha Clark. They actually have set up a scholarship in memory and honor of her. And you haven't really heard much about it. But this is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Her life is over. She accomplished a lot. And this is just a damn shame. And it reminds you again that you just don't know. They'll say, you don't know when your number's up. Everyone has a number. You never know when your last day. In America, you damn sure don't know when your last day will be, because there's always these mass shootings going on. It seems every damn month. So, you know, it's horrible. So rest in peace is the most I can say. But I personally don't feel like victims get to rest until the perpetrators are dealt with. He has to be taken down. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, for what he did to her and the other woman. Yeah, he was a dusty. And, you know, Guilty Angel says black women should also ally with other women. I don't think you're out of line at all. Like, I had friends who weren't black growing up. I don't believe that just because I'm a black woman, I have to only talk to black women. That's some craziness to me. You know, and there are plenty of women who are not black who love black women and would protect black women if they could, and vice versa. And you always have some who are prejudiced and stuff. But I remember the woman Rosa who started her page for Black Women Femicide. She actually said that it was more non-black people and, you know, the women who were interested in the stories and highlighting Black women femicide than the black women in the news media, because they didn't want to paint a picture of black men looking bad for taking our lives like crazy every single week, that it wouldn't be a good look. It's disgusting. And she said, yeah, more people who were not black were more interested in talking about black women's femicide. So, you know, rest in peace to Dr. Cameisha. Okay, let's go to the next topic.
I'm going to say this might be controversial, and I know there's going to be people that are going to argue with me. I know I'm going to get probably some pushback for this, but I'm sorry. If you are a man who has proven that you will cheat on your partner continuously, so you've proven that you have absolutely no sexual discipline, that you can be in a committed relationship and go around sleeping with other women, I don't think you should be allowed around children. I don't. I personally would, if I had kids, would not allow somebody like a Tristan to be around my kids, even if they were like his kids. I mean, I wouldn't have kids with Tristan, but like, I'm just saying, like, I just don't believe that a man that has proven that he has no sexual discipline, I don't believe he should be allowed to be responsible for kids. For a lot of reasons. He's proven he has no sexual responsibility, so what's to stop him from, you know, where I'm going with that, but also, like, what's to say he's responsible in any other way as far as making sure that the kids are safe. So I know that's going to be controversial. I just don't believe that a man that has proven that he can't be trusted should be allowed around kids. I'm going to say this might be controversial, and I know there's going to be people that are going to argue with me. I know I'm going to get probably some pushback for this, but I'm sorry. If you are a man who has proven that you will cheat on your partner continuously, so you've proven that you have absolutely no sexual discipline, that you can be in a committed relationship and go around sleeping with other women, I don't think you should be allowed around children.
You know what? I get what she's saying too, I'm beloved. She said it perfectly clear. Men who cannot control their D's, their penis, are a threat to society. They will sleep with anything. They are constantly erect, constantly ready to stick it in something, and that they should not be around children. But I have to be honest with you, I don't trust no man around no child. I'm telling you, the quiet ones, the nerdy ones, the loud ones, the players, all of them. In a man, look, a man who doesn't get laid is just as dangerous as a man who gets laid constantly. I remember that horrible story of a woman who let her boyfriend wash her daughter, which is why I don't believe in men washing no girl. He took the baby, the toddler, and was washing her. He saw the baby's vagina, graped the baby. She heard the baby screaming, didn't know what was going on, took the baby to the hospital. He graped the baby when he saw the baby's vagina. As long as a man has a penis, he cannot be trusted sexually. Okay? You have men who go into animal mode as soon as they get hard. Okay? And they want to stick it in anything they can find, a number of them. That's why I don't get why women believe that when teenagers and men are quiet, oh, they're just such a good man. He doesn't do anything. You don't know what's going through his mind, especially when he hasn't been getting laid. I keep trying to tell y'all, these men are not like you. They're animalistic. They have testosterone. Their heart is racing. Their mind is racing. Their blood vessels are all going down to his erect penis. Do you know how animalistic they get when that happens? That's why they can't. Yeah, predators. And look, I'm not saying that in a way, like, I understand they are men. This is a part of their DNA. It's not right. It's not right to grape, but all men could grape. Even men who don't even think they would grape could grape if they didn't have access to vaginas for a certain amount of time, or they get tired of using their hand. I told you about the man on a documentary. He was Amish. He said he couldn't even take seeing a woman's ankle out, that would get him erect. They beat women in other countries when their ankles and arms show and try to forbid them from coming outside because they cannot bear the sight of seeing a woman because they know you have a vagina. That's why covering up head to toe has never kept a woman safe from a man. He knows you have a vagina. Doesn't matter what you wear. And they will take it from you if they're sexually frustrated. They have constant erections. They become aggressive. They, I don't know, men are weird though. They keep talking about hookers and prostitutes, but yet they all go to them if they can't get no punani. So they're just full of crap. Yes, just me, necrophilia. They sleep with the people, women who have passed away, in the morgue, graveyards. Men have had SCX with goats and sheep in other countries, horses. They graped a lizard in India. They have had SCX with a chair. So no, men cannot be trusted around children, even little boys, because we often just think of the girls. They will grape boys too. But typically they go for the little girl. Come sit in my lap. Or it's just no. But I get what she's saying though, is that the more promiscuous he is and the more lack of self-discipline he has with controlling his penis, a child is in danger from him because he always wants to stick it in something constantly. So, and I feel bad for the animals. Imagine what they go through. They're tiny. They're private parts. Animals have souls. Can you imagine what they're going through, having a full-grown man's penis hurting them like that? That pisses me off when I even think about what happened to the animals. Yeah, these men in India, 4 men in India graped a lizard, a big old lizard, 4 of them. And I did hear about a man having SCX with a chair, humping the chair to death. So, you have to be careful. All men, ladies, I had said before, hold on. Look, it's natural to desire a man and want to date a man and stuff, but they are predators. When you go outside, you are a walking piece of vagina to men at large. When a man approaches you for your phone number, he approached you because you look good to him and he would like to sleep with you. Eventually, he wants to, and that's pretty normal, but when they say the sexual dating market, that they love to say on these podcasts, that means the women that I would like to sleep with. He's not approaching you because he doesn't want to sleep with you. No, you look like what he wants to sleep with. That's why he's approaching. That's why they court you and take you out on dates eventually. That's why they get upset. I took you here. I took you to these dates. I fed you Red Lobster. Why didn't you drop your panties for me? Like, I don't have to give you any just because you paid for a $50 meal. What? But that's how some of them feel. Like, I fed you. I gave you something. This is a transaction. Then they'll say, I don't want a woman who acts like a hooker. I don't want a woman who wants me to provide and wants money from me. But then, oh yeah, well, I took you on these dates, damn it. Why didn't you give me the panties? I spent my money. I invested in you. It's like we went on one date and you paid for some food. Like, really, I have to give you some because of some food? But that's how a number of them feel out here, you know? And, yeah, if a man can't control himself, he is a danger. And women are not safe. This is why we can't go out at night, or we shouldn't be alone at night. We're always in constant danger. You don't even know if there could be a man watching you right now. The things you wear. I mean, people will put things on women like, oh, you shouldn't have worn. I ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, there's a thing about having class and stuff, but like I said, you can cover up head to toe like women do in other countries, and you're still in danger because as long as they know what's between your legs, you will never be safe. Okay? That's why in other countries they say you cannot leave the house without a male chaperone, because they are fully aware of the danger that women are in from them. Girl, my goodness. Okay? So that's why I had played that video too. Just because you're related to men in your family doesn't mean you should walk around with your butt cheeks out. They will still look at you because they're men. Even if you're like, but that's my uncle, but that's my cousin, that's my brother. Yeah, and he's still a man with a penis, and he might not intend to get hard, but he still does when he sees certain things, even if you are related to him. And some of them are so crazy that they will grape you too. This has happened. Speaking of men controlling themselves, I want to play this video clip. I have a message for Black women as an interracial dater, something that I don't think you should find to be cute. Let's get into it.
Y'all, why every time I come to this Mexican place, 35 people come out to serve little... Look at them. Is my turn good? I'm good? Y'all, look how many people came out for one. Bye, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, bye, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, 2 more days, I'll be back.
Okay, here's the thing. And I know I'm not overblowing this. Okay, here's my thing. What I take issue with is that, yes, Mexican men, at least my experience, they like me and they like other Black women. Yeah, they can flirt. Men, they'll flirt. My thing is, though, I don't like when men flirt with me sexually. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, you can call me mamacita. You can tell me I look good. But when you start sticking out your tongue to me like that, I'm sorry. I don't find it cute. First of all, it's a group of y'all, number one, so I don't feel safe around a whole group of men's indicating they want to eat my coochie. Okay? And it is disrespectful. I feel like as a man, if you are interested, okay, you can flirt, you can tell me I'm pretty, but once you start sticking out your tongue indicating that you're going to eat my coochie, I'm sorry. I'm not with it. You will respect me. I don't even care. I don't care if he's Black. I don't care if he's white. Whatever the race is, do not approach me in that type of way. I've actually cut off men who were trying to talk to me and then they slipped at the mouth and said something sexual way too soon. I don't like feeling cheap. Okay? They look kind of young, but I don't like that. It's one thing to love the Black woman, and it's not crazy if you want to sleep with me. I mean, most men want to sleep with a woman that they like. So it's not anything weird if you would like to sleep with me eventually. But when you first approach me, don't approach me in a sexual way. I don't like it. So she thinks this is cute and funny. Okay, if they would have all just grouped up and said mamacita, which they did, and smile, but once you start sticking out the tongue like y'all gonna eat my coochie, now you disrespecting me in a certain way. Even if I wanted, if I like that, don't approach me sexually like that. I don't like it. Okay, I don't take this as you like or love me. I find this as disrespect to me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. It's okay to flirt. Men, not black, we can flirt and all that other stuff. But there is a line that I don't want no man crossing right off the bat. Okay? I mean, you know what it is once he sticks his tongue out and he letting you know what he gonna do. But that's as far as it's gonna go. Y'all not gonna really have no real love and relationship, I don't think. So... Guilty Angel says they are far too close. So my message to you is, yeah, a man can flirt. He can say cute stuff, but don't take it as a compliment when they group up and make things very sexual. Because now you're trying to make me feel cheap. And I'm not cheap. Understand that? Okay, now if you was my man doing this to me, that's different. But I don't know you like that for you to be sticking your tongue out towards me, indicating you gonna eat my coochie. Okay, you gonna show me some damn respect. The rest of the flirting is okay, but once you start doing that with your tongue towards me, no. Okay? So don't accept that, ladies. And you have some women who might think it ain't that serious. We just having fun with each other. But some men will test you. Some of them will do this to one woman and then the next woman, hi, ma'am, hello, with respect. So, you'll have some who'll say, see, these men, not all non-black men do this. But if they do this, or any man, even a black man, I don't find it cute, okay? I mean, he can go ahead and stick the tongue out, but we ain't going to be together because that's how you approached me way too soon. Because there was a guy that was interested in me. He slipped at the mouth and said something real sexual, and I was turned off because I don't know you yet. Don't talk to me like that. Okay, let's go to the next topic.
My bad, y'all.
Okay, there have been many people saying that some black women stylists have lost their minds and are starting to overcharge. Leave a heart if you have gone to the salon and the prices have gotten crazy. Okay, so this woman says the price for her service was $415. Not $420. So let's see.
This service actually costs $415, not $420, like I put on the last video. But I got a lot of backlash, like on pricing. They saying, "Oh, you a scammer? Why would you charge her this much?" First of all, she got a relaxing, hydrating shampoo and conditioning with steam treatment, a consultation, hair and scalp analysis, a detailed haircut because it's been over 3 years. And when you say scamming, that's super disrespectful. I'm 100% prepay, so all of my customers and clients know the price up front before they even come in. And in her case, she already rebooks. I can do 2 traditional installs in the same time it took me to detangle her hair and get over $1,500. So who got the shorter end of the deal? Anyway, I almost gave up because she's tender-headed, and I don't really accept tender-headed clients because it hurts my body and it takes too long. But I could see her mother did not want me to give up. Her mother really wanted this for her daughter so bad so she could start retaining length and her hair can be more manageable. 5 hours in, we got it all done. I had to put a patch on my neck because it hurted so bad. So time is money. I would not want anyone to be overworking. My bad, y'all.
Okay, so she didn't even style her hair. She detangled her hair, washed her hair with a good shampoo and conditioner, steamed her hair, and cut her hair. But she did not style her hair. Okay. 2 hours, then it turned into 5 hours. And she charged $415 to $420. People said this woman lost her mind, but let's see more.
Yes, you saw it right. This service was $415. And to be honest, for the time spent, that is not enough. Her service included a deep cleanse, a conditioning steam treatment at the bowl, a consultation, hair and scalp analysis, and a haircut because she needed a haircut. It's been years since she had a haircut. So when you get the split ends and they traveling up the hair shaft, it makes your detangle process harder. Plus, she's coming out of twists when she had in for 2 months. Now, if you think about it, almost 5 hours to detangle, I could have got so many other services done. And no, she did not get a hairstyle. Most of my clients don't. Her mother really was in dire need. She just wanted her daughter's hair to be more manageable. She has a lot of thick, beautiful hair, but it was not manageable. Splits was traveling up the hair shaft. The detangling process was crazy. So this was the start of her journey. And it never took me 5 hours on anybody's hair ever in life. This was one of the biggest jobs I've ever done. My neck and my back still hurt. But they're happy. If the client or the customer is happy and okay with paying whatever price anybody charge for their business, whatever business it is, that's all that matters. When you have all the comments of people saying, oh, you scamming, or oh, you charge too much, or that ain't right, who is it not right to? Because obviously people is paying the price. They paying for what they want. That's just like me saying Gucci shouldn't charge that much for their hats, or they shouldn't charge that much for their purses. It's just not what I want to pay for, so I won't get it. I'm not going to question why they're charging that much. I'm just not going to get it because it's just not for me. There's no rule book. There's no price book on what entrepreneurs are supposed to charge for their services. So nobody have the right answer on how much detangle should be, how much detangle costs, how much it should cost, how much any service should cost. Because it's not a book. It's not no handbook on how much you're supposed to charge for whatever it is you're doing. Just know, I know I am not for everybody. That's okay. I understand it. That's why I'm okay with all the comments. I don't mind that stuff. It don't bother me. And I definitely don't mind responding and answering to it. So I do appreciate everybody's comments. Thank y'all so much. Yes, you saw it right. This service was $415.
Oh, Lord, Lord, loud, loud, loud. $415, and she didn't even get her hair done. She said her mother wanted her hair more manageable. How is it manageable just because you detangled it and washed it with shampoo and conditioner? Her hair is just going to mat up again. I don't, but look, basically what she said, if they don't have a problem with it, then why are people bothering me? They paid for it. And time is money. She said it was 5 hours. It doesn't look like it would take 5 hours to detangle her hair. It doesn't even look matted up to me. But look, she made her money. But this made me think about what I hear people saying, that some black women hairstylists are overcharging. We know inflation is going on and the economy is bad, so some prices have gone up. But this has also been an ongoing thing as to why some say the black women are going to the Dominicans. They keep going to the Dominicans because the Dominican women will wash your hair, roller set it, and all that other stuff, do the blowout, and take care of your hair within maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And they charge like $50 or $60. And I don't know. I've heard black women go in on them Dominicans. I went to the Dominican salon, and she didn't put no secret perm up in the conditioner or the shampoo that I hear people saying. I don't know. Everyone has different experiences. Some black women are very happy with what the Dominican women do to their hair. Others get upset saying, oh, my curl pattern didn't come back. I've heard different things. I just know when I went, I didn't have no issue. And it is cheaper. So I'm not paying $415. You have lost your damn mind. For me. I mean, look, if she wants to do it, fine. Because I have seen a lot of stylists making big money. But I'm not paying. Leave a heart if you wouldn't pay $415 to have your hair detangled, washed and shampooed and steamed and cut. Leave a heart if you feel hell to the no. I'm not paying $415 for this. So, Guilty Angel said no. Exandria said no. Okay. China King said hell no. Hell no. I was in shock when I saw this video, though. I said $415. Power of Chi says I can do it myself for free. So, I mean, I kind of was shocked that she didn't get her hair styled, just detangled and washed and cut for $415. So, she does have thick hair, though. But let me look. Hold on. 5 hours. Her hair don't even look matted to me. Unless she took her sweet time on purpose. But she did say that her back was hurting. So she combed it, she washed it, shampooed, steamed, and then simply trimmed it. $450. I just don't get how her mother thinks that her hair is going to be more manageable. She didn't do anything. She could have washed her own hair at the house. I mean, so, but that's what she wanted. Okay. I saw this and I said, It says that Gen Z and millennial women are choosing older men over their peers. Yeah, I did say that. I mean, I dated older men when I was younger, but now I kind of want to date men more my age. Maybe even slightly a little bit younger. I could. Not extremely younger. But the way these men operate today, I did say you might have to go older. Because they're the ones that know to open your door, pay for the date, court. Some of them don't even court you. Some of them, look, I can tell you, some of these older men are trifling. They act like the young men, some of them, just trifling. Not all of them, though. You know, I can see why they're choosing. They think if I date an older man, like what She-Ra also suggests to women, because, they're more established, they in their career, they'll marry a number of them. Some of them won't, though. I have heard women concerned with their sperm, though, when it comes to making a baby. I mean, you can have a healthy baby with an older man, but, and I like how some older men dress. I'm not with the tattoos and the braided hair and the long hair. No, I like how older men have a low cut. Their hair is cut. They don't have a bunch of tattoos, a number of them like what you see today. So it's like, damn, what I'm attracted to, maybe I would have to date older. I don't know. But it says they're choosing older men over their peers, and it's not because of the sugar daddy role. It's for actual love and marriage. Let's see. It says that the Andrew Tate effect. Why are they trying to give this to Andrew Tate, who hates women? If anything, they could have said She-Ra, because She-Ra been telling women to date older men. I mean, she's not the first, but she's really popular for saying it. They said more and more Gen Z and millennial women are choosing older men over guys their own age, and it's not because they're looking for sugar daddies. It's about emotional maturity, stability, and deeper values. A lot of young women say they're tired of dating men their age who glorify toxic influences like Andrew Tate. Instead, they're finding that older men listen more. Actually, they don't always do that. I dated older men. Some of them was, listen more, communicate better, and know what they want. The age gap isn't an issue. It's the mindset that makes the difference. So the key thing is that maturity, they've been on the earth more. They don't act like little boys. Some of them do. Some of them do. Stability, yeah, he might be more stable with his job. He's been working longer, building up his money. deeper values. Older men come from a time when there was more of tradition. These younger men don't want to pay bills. They don't even, half of them want to get married. They are absolutely horrific, a lot of these younger men. I always say the Little Wayne generation. And so I can see, I can understand, you know. It's just I dated older when I was younger. I could do it again. And like I said, I like how older men dress better than the younger ones, and they don't have all these tattoos and can be more clean cut and pay for the dates and stuff. But I still would date around my age too. Like the youngest I think I could go. Look, I'll date a younger guy. I prefer him. I don't necessarily always prefer younger, to be honest. But I could if he has his S together and he wants to get married and all that. Like, even if he's younger, he's still my man. So I'm not one of the women, I'm the older one. No, he's my man. So that's still my man. You know, I'm his woman. You know, I listen to my man. Even if he's younger, I think the youngest I could go. Damn. The youngest I think right now, and maybe I'm wrong, who knows, in my mind, I keep thinking, I guess I could go 30. I think I could go 30. The youngest I could maybe go right now. The youngest, I think, damn, if I really was to go younger, I would say 28. 28, maybe. Yeah. But he would have to be a mature 28 and he got a good job. He got it together. But that wouldn't be my strong preference. But if I were to, I ain't ready to tell you my age, Terry. I can't, girl. I can't. I thought about it. I can't. You know what it is, though? I have crazy people who follow me. Like, y'all don't know. I think I have like 2 stalkers. I don't like to tell too much. I'll tell you this, Terry. I am in my 30s. I'll tell you. That's the most I can tell you. Okay? Because people will... You have crazy people who will use stuff against you. They'll watch you. I know this about you. Oh, you this age by now. So I'll just leave it. I'm in my 30s. Okay. But I'll tell you this. When I was in my 20s, I did date 50. But I was in my late 20s, mid to late 20s when I dated 50. And I'm telling you, he wasn't any better than the younger ones. I'm telling you, still anxious, please, trying to live through me because I'm younger, getting upset because I didn't act like an airhead. He wanted a stereotypical young woman who acted like naive or very young acting to him, you know, and he played games. He was a liar. He just the same mess. I said, please, but he wasn't the first older one I talked to. I can tell you some of them are no different than the younger ones. A mess, a player, a hoe. Yes. Oh, yes, Terry, I am still a baby girl. Yeah, always. I have a young spirit. I don't even feel my age. I mean, if I get 50, I still want to have a young spirit. Of course, you mature in life, you still have to do adult things, but you know, I still want to ice skate. I still want to go to the movies. I still want to twirl, you know? So young spirits keep people alive, and it keeps your relationships alive too. You know, when a man is dating a woman, it doesn't matter how old you get. He doesn't want to feel like he's dating someone who's completely dead in the inside, like stereotypical grandma type of thing. Like, absolutely no life to you. You don't have fun. You don't wear cute things. Baby, when I get old, I'm still going to dress cute. I'll be age appropriate, but I'm still going to be fly. I'm wearing my leather jackets. I'm wearing my jeans, my heels. Okay, my little peekaboo cut in my top. I'm gonna be a fly old woman. Believe that. So I'll even dye my hair if I have to. I mean, I do think salt and pepper hair is cute when you style it, like a cute little pixie cut, or if it's long and cute. But I ain't against rinsing it either. But yeah, I'm not against, because some people they make it seem like 5 years is some big old age gap. That ain't nothing. Like, I was 20 something dating a 50-year-old. That's an age gap, okay? But 10 years ain't shit to me. I mean, really, that's not huge to me. So, but it depends on how mature he is. If he's almost a decade younger, he has to be a man, you know. Plus, you know, when I keep hearing that the old sperm is kind of bad, it scares me a little bit, because, you know, if I want to have kids, I want a healthy baby. So I think, do I have to get a younger man for the baby? So, okay. Speaking of marriage and relationships, but why did I do it? Because I thought he was cute. He was fine. He thought I was fine. I thought he was fine. I've seen older men that look damn good. He was fine. Shit. I didn't think about his age when he approached. I just thought, okay, I think he's cute too. So we was talking and all that. People always think that it's weird. It's like, no, it was no different than any other guy I talked to. We just hang with each other, watch TV, go on dates, and all that other stuff. We don't. And the thing is, I listen to older music and all that stuff, so I know about the music that older people listen to and listen to it. And, you know, it's not as difficult or weird as people believe that it is. It's not like we talk about the age difference when we're together or something. It's just a man and a woman together. I feel like if I'm grown and he grown, then I'm grown and he grown. Okay, there's an age difference. I'm still grown and he's grown, so we can talk to each other. Hopefully you can hear me. My microphone messed up for a quick little second. Let me see. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. Okay, I think y'all can hear me. But yeah, there are people, I see a lot of shaming towards younger women being with older men. And I've never done it because I did it when I was younger. And it wasn't like sleeping. He's not my daddy. I don't F my daddy. No one is thinking about their daughter or daddy when we're together. He's a man and I am a woman. I am grown and he is grown. Yes, there's an age difference, but we're still two grown people and we live and talk about the same shit that everybody else does. It's just an age difference. That's all. But you do have some of them who try to live through you. They get with you, you're younger. They don't feel like old men, and they want a woman they feel acts like what they think a young woman's supposed to act like, a ditzy, or hell, I don't know. But me and him weren't really that compatible. He didn't bring out the best in me. He didn't get to see my other side that I have because he wasn't the one. I'm very affectionate, very loving, and all that stuff, but with the man that does it for me. He didn't do it for me, which is why he never got that side of me. That's all. And he definitely, I ain't even gonna say no. No. But I'm at the point I'm ready to date men more around my age. I've already talked to the older ones. I could do it again, but my preference would be around my age. And I could go younger, like I said, if he has his stuff together. Okay, let's go to the next topic.
I hate being fucking married. I long for the day to be single again. The only thing that's causing me to stay and stick it out is because I've been a housewife for 10 years. And to get back out there in the workforce with a mental illness, there's some fears that I have. But I literally do hate being married. So y'all know how I say that I always use my content to push my pain into purpose, make y'all laugh. A lot of this pain is connected to my marriage. A lot of it. I just try my hardest not to put it out there, and I'm still not going to go into details. But just know that this shit is not fucking gold. And no matter how much I try, no matter what I do, at the end of the day, I still just want the fuck out. I want to be single. I know I can love myself better alone than anybody can love me with them. I love who I am, but I do not love who I am with this person. I hate being fucking married. And on my life, once this shit is over, I would never fucking get married again. I hate being fucking married. And on my...
Okay. Well, I feel like, well, damn, if you hate being married that much, why don't you just divorce his ass? It's not like you stuck. Now, if she was in another country, they would force her to stay with him probably. But this is America. This is America where people can get divorced if they cannot stand each other. And they call it irreconcilable differences. Sounds like she married the wrong man who makes her absolutely miserable and she wants out. I would tell her, then get out of it then. But in some cases, women, once you've been with a man for so long and you don't have a job, you ain't been working, y'all got kids, y'all got stuff, shared assets, it makes people, it will make people, a person feel trapped. Like, damn, I can't leave. I ain't got nothing if I leave him. I got to start all over again. But there are some women who just do it because they're like, whether I find somebody or not, I want the hell up out of this relationship. I don't like this person. That's the fear about marriage. I take marriage very seriously. I don't want to get a divorce if I get married, but I'm not just jumping into marriage because if I have to be stuck with you and take those vows seriously, I have to like the shit out of you to commit to you in that type of way, you know? And it's nothing worse than being in a relationship and you just cannot stand that person. I hate it. I hate it. And it's worse when I can't stand you, but I'm still expected to sleep with you, or you're standing over me to do something and I can't stand you. I can't stand looking at you and now I got to do this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I just, no, damn it. No. Shit. Oh my God. Sounds like she's in a miserable marriage with the man. Maybe she loved him at one point, but the love is gone. And she said she wants it ends, she won't do it. I'm like, well, if you're not going to get a divorce, the only way this ends is if one of you passes away. I felt like, I hope her husband didn't see this video because now he definitely know how you feel and he might divorce you. But there's no shame in wanting to be alone. Not everybody wants to be married. Sometimes you think you want to get married. I just think that the reason so many women are saying not to get married is because you haven't found a good man. Most women haven't. So it's like you don't feel like you're missing anything. You never even had it. You never had a really good man. The man ain't no good, and you haven't experienced real happiness. And a lot of women don't. around the globe. So you're like, well, why get married again? It's not what they said it would be. Well, because you don't have a good husband. You didn't find, I had said before, most people are not with who they really want. You have a lot of people who settle and get into the marriage for various different reasons. It's just not easy, period, to find your soulmate on the planet. You have to talk to multiple people to meet the one, in my opinion. The one that is compatible with you. Everyone might have somebody they're compatible with, but you don't often always meet them. That's why men will always tell women, well, you gotta compromise. You gotta put up with some shit you didn't want to. I've even heard this from women, like all women have to put up with shit. It's just how much shit are you gonna take? You know, compromise. Yeah, you can make some small compromises, but if I don't like your ass, I don't want to be stuck with you. And once you're married, it's like you feel trapped. Like you're dating someone, you got married, and then you realize, I don't really like you like that. I used to, and I don't like you no more. But damn, I got to stay with you? I mean, I don't have to, but it's expected. Like, oh, it gets hard, but you got to work it out. Sometimes you can, and then sometimes like, no, it's just beyond damn repair. I want to get you, I'll get the hell away from me. A lot of men feel this way, but I think it's easier for men to stay with women they hate because he's getting more from the relationship. He gets to use your body. He always has an orgasm all the time. You cook food, you clean the house, you pay more attention to the kids than him. He gets the better deal. So it's easier for him because at least he's still getting food and getting a nut and all that stuff. You ain't getting none of that. That's why women initiate for a divorce more, because they're more miserable in the relationship. They can't take it. She ain't getting nothing versus him. So, I don't know. Maybe her husband is really mean to her. That's why she cannot stand being married. So, think very hard about getting married, people, because you're supposed to be with them forever. That's the vow. So whoever you're dating, look at everything and think, could I really be stuck with you forever? Could I really not ever look at another man again and only you? Can I really partner with you? Is this, and men, the same thing. You better, I mean, seriously, you're talking about being with somebody till you get old. Y'all better like each other, because if you don't, bad mistake getting married to someone that you really ain't into like that, or just might not be the best partner. You see it all the time with women complaining about their men. Oh, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. He didn't have the shit when you decided to marry him. So think very wisely about it.
Y'all black men that be all on TikTok, YouTube, and all in these different spaces trying to tell black women to take accountability for X, Y, and Z. When y'all go admit that black women being single is probably a better option? It's probably a better option. They happier when they single anyway. When they get into a marriage, it's almost like HE double hockey sticks messing with a lot of black men. When y'all go tell them that? Y'all online screaming at women on panels. You're online cussing them out. You're not trying to understand what they go through. You just try to make it about the black man's pain. Man, F the black man's pain. That's the way I feel. F the black man's pain. You black men, they be crying and venting about how you was done wrong and this, that, and the third, and blah. Nobody should care, because if you're not gonna care about the women's pain that's right there when they trying to have a conversation with you, then why should they care about us when we trying to explain to them what we going through as well? You keep cussing them out, you mistreat them, you lack emotional intelligence, and you're laughing at their suffering. So what are you talking about? And then y'all be on here acting like y'all good men, knowing dang well that if you was a woman, you wouldn't even date half these men out here. You know these men are trash. You know these men are liars. You know these men are manipulators. But then y'all always want to do this right here. There's some good men. Well, where they at? Every time I ask you, where are these good men? you never have nothing to say. Where are the good men? Because I'm going to tell you straight up right now, it ain't you. You are not a good man. You that's online cussing out women on TikTok, on YouTube, you online using black women for content, you online never having nothing good to say about black women and conducting these stupid panels, you are not a good black man. And no woman should get with you. You're not alpha, you're not masculine, you're not none of that stuff. You soft. You have misplaced anger, but you're not a good man. And women should not be looking for a man like you. Who wants to deal with a man who lacks emotional intelligence and is always screaming at them at 8 o'clock in the morning, like some of y'all doing right now as I drop this video? You are not a good man. Stop telling women that there's good men out here without telling them where to go find them. Oh, it's the men you choose. Well, they're better off not choosing. If that's all we gonna say, right, is that that, you know, it's the women that it's the men that they choose, then they better off not choosing. If every time they mess with us, we decrease their value, right? Then they shouldn't mess with us. It's better for them to be alone. Y'all know the saying, she can do bad all by herself. Why would she choose to be with a man like y'all? She shouldn't. You don't value marriage. You don't value commitment. You don't like to reciprocate the love that's being shown. You look at women as objects instead of a human being. But hey, the answer to all our problems in the black community, just get married. The problem is women need to allow men to get back in the house. Women need to stop divorcing. Women got to understand that men go make mistakes and men go cheat. But you know, it's just a mistake. That's not a mistake. How many times I got to say this? It's not a mistake. That's a choice. Where are the good black men? I don't even call myself a good black man. Nobody has the right to call me a good black man. Only my wife. I say that all the time. Because I ain't putting myself on a pedestal, but y'all be up here talking like, you know, you should look for a man of character and decency. How you a man of character, but you always cussing out women? You won't cuss out a man. And you shouldn't cuss out men. And we're not perfect, but every day you have a prompt to piss off black women, to draw them in. You misrepresent them as a collective. You say majority of them are just bad. Majority of them are this, and you ain't even dated majority of women. But it's the majority of women. Then when I generalize us as a black man to give you a taste of your own medicine, that was nuh-uh. Don't do that. Why you a man? You a man basher. You a male feminist. You this. At least I ain't soft. You will never catch me cussing out a woman or having more smoke for women than a man. That's, nigga, no. Now, if y'all having balanced conversations, I'll stay out of it. But the moment you get to cussing a woman out and saying, "No, the problem is that y'all ruined the black man and y'all are a tool for white tea supremacy and y'all being used against the black man," blah, blah, blah. Everything keeping the black man down, god dang me. Everything is keeping the black man down. Y'all can't do nothing because there's always something holding you back. Every day. It's the system. Woman is the system. We got to address the system. That's means it's the black woman. Then you're saying it's both of them. Well, it's both of them. Shane, you got to understand, bro. The black woman is in cahoots with the Caucasian man to keep us to shut up. Anyway, going back to the point, I'm getting sick of you dudes trying to tell women that, you know, the solution to our problems is marriage. You know, one of the solutions to our problems as people, black men, you need therapy. You don't go to therapy. If you look at marriages, bro, it's parasitic. Women die faster when they get with us. It's like you suck the life out of them. You don't treat them right. And a lot of you black men, it don't matter what race of woman you go to, they have the same exact experience, the same black man experience that Cynthia G was talking about that black women have. So where are the good men? Oh, well, the good men inside, the good men are on their job. No, they're not. There's trash men on their job too. They just messing over women as they go throughout their life. They'll put on the front because men wear masks. Why is it that y'all just won't come out and say the truth? The truth is that there is always more harm that's going to come through a man than a woman. And more harm historically has came through a man than a woman. Y'all get on my nerves trying to act like women just out here and they the problem. If you see a quote unquote 304, stop having intercourse with the 304. You give these type of women that you messing with, well, I don't want to say you give them power, but you give them attention. You want the 304. You want the BBL black women, the BBL Beckys. You as soon as you see a big butt, this y'all. You can't control yourself because you have a lustful nature. You gotta put your private part in anything walking. And if you don't care about the mama, you don't care about the kids, even though you laid down with the woman and made that child. And most of y'all have, let me tell y'all the truth. Most men have already found their wife. They just effed her over. Yeah. I'll say it again. Most men have already found their wife. They just messed over her. So like I said, women are better off single. You gonna keep these women single, Shannon. You gonna do all that's what they love to say. Shannon, you gonna keep these women single, bro. Like, bro, they shouldn't listen to you because you keeping women single. Better for them to be single than to be with a lot of you type men. I'm not a male advocate. We need to get our stuff together. We need to go to therapy. We need to fix a lot of the issues inside and stop looking at a woman as being your goddamn mama. That is your wife. Your wife is not your mama. Oh, your woman is not your refuge. You want refuge? Go to Jesus. But your wife is not your refuge. I can't believe I heard some men saying that. Well, you know, my woman, she's supposed to be my refuge. No. Sick and tired of y'all comparing your wife to your mama. What kind of sick is you on? Grow up. Be a man. And stop crying and complaining about women. And get your life together. Go get a job. Go become successful. Fix yourself up. Stop complaining about a goddamn woman all the time. It's 8 o'clock in the goddamn... It's 8:17 where I'm at in the AM. Some of y'all have been on panels at 6 a.m. on TikTok and you're still screaming at women. You obsessed with women.
Okay. Yes, baby. Now, it is true that women like me have been saying these things for years on YouTube. But let me tell you, like, I don't care who he's married to. I don't care if he's with a white woman. I don't think he is. I'm happy to see a black man talking about the truth and telling black men. Here's the thing. They don't want it from us. Black men and black women, a lot. They don't want the truth from black women. We get cursed out and told off. Where's your husband? You're angry. Who hurt you? You're a sellout. You're a coon. When they find out we like other races, they prefer to hear the message from a lot of black men. That's why I said the other day that black men with podcasts are more successful than black women. Oh, yes, they are. And someone got upset with me for saying that. It's just the truth. I'm not saying that it can't happen for a black woman, but black men get more support who are streamers and podcasts than black women. This is facts. $100 donations from black women, and these men have literally said you are the worst women in the world, and they still support them. The only black women who really get support are the pick-me types, the panderers to the black man and putting down black women and always saying stuff is your fault. They're the ones who get the big views. So let me tell you, okay, something interesting that he said is that okay, let me calm down. See, when black men talk, when they go in on black women, they're not talking about all black women, to be honest with you. They're talking about the black women that they want. Black men don't give two shits about black women that they find unattractive. You are a non-factor. You could be everything he wanted. He's still gonna dish you or put you down or not pick you. They're talking about the ones they want to sleep with, show off, marry, and procreate with based on looks. That's how men operate. So, I mean, black women, yeah, they do talk shit about all black women, but be very clear. They're angry about the women that they want, and every black woman looks different. So their taste could be different. They're upset about the women that they want not wanting them, or that they cannot pull. And that's why they're so miserable. That's why they treat a lot of black women that they have kids with and who they're dating like crap, because half the time that's not even the woman that he actually wanted. Sometimes that's why they're always in search. The black man's always in search. He can't be satisfied. Sometimes he's gay and he wants a man. And in other cases, he can't be satisfied with one black woman because he wants the woman that he envisioned procreating with and being with, and he can't get it, so he can't be satisfied. That happens. Okay. And I cannot stand when he mentioned, when black men, what do you mean the black woman is in cahoots with the white man against you? White men are not coming over to black women's houses saying, look, I need you to get him in jail. I need you to tell him to get the gun and go shoot the black man around the neighborhood and the black women in drive-bys. I need you to make him not get a job. I need you to give him weed. I need you to make that girl to tell him to make that girl a baby mama, to destroy him. I need you to do this. They're not telling black women this. Black women aren't doing anything in cahoots with anyone to destroy your life. Black women exist in this world just like you, are simply trying to survive and be a part of society. It's not the black woman's fault if you're left behind or you can't seem to get your life together. Y'all are mentally ill when you say this, okay? Now, I do believe that more black women should date out their race. See, the reason, I don't agree with this video about being better off single. No, the reason why some of y'all are miserable, because you cannot meet decent black men, but you refuse to date other men. And I'm not one of the black women. I don't have to go eat no coochie. I'm not, girl, please. There are other men around. I can date them. Okay. And as long as y'all continue to only date within your culture, this problem is going to continue. You're dating in a culture where the men of the culture don't want to get married, a number of them. That means that you won't be married if you stay in it. This is not about emotions. This is about logic. Okay. And you got a few who get wifed up and get happy. Not the majority. So it's really, I don't care what you say from an emotional standpoint. Take your feelings out of it and look at it for what it is. You are in a community where the men are all over the place, dogging the shit out of you. No matter if you cook, clean, do all this stuff for him, they still keep complaining. Okay? Half of them don't want to pay your rent. Half of them don't even make $60,000 a year. That would mean that you would be in poverty if you only depend on him. This is facts. This is not feelings. This is facts. And if you're in a pool of men surrounding you who are known to only make you a baby mama and don't get married, if you're smart with education, look at it from a business standpoint. What are your odds? Okay? So if you want to stay stupid on the black man, you go ahead and do it. But if you had any real sense and use your logic, you would not only be dating within the black American community. The odds are not in your favor. Okay? Just using common sense. Okay? And when I hear men say, I'm a good man, what makes you a good man? Nobody knows anything about you. Oh, I don't curse out. Look. Besides a man having a good job and all that other stuff, Personality matters. Being compatible matters. Just because you're not a butthole doesn't mean you're compatible with every woman. Our personalities have to mesh well for a relationship to work. We might be two different types of people. You like this, I like that. I like to go out, you like to stay in the house. You might have effed up hygiene, and I have good hygiene. I don't want a man with effed up hygiene. Your breath might stink. Maybe you are bad in bed. We're not sexually compatible. I don't want to be stuck with you. All those things do matter that nobody wants to talk about as to why some men cannot keep a woman and vice versa. Okay? Are you affectionate? I like affection. You're not affectionate. We are not compatible. Okay? And then you have all these black men who have children. Don't complain about black women having kids. You have kids. If anything, black women with kids and black men with kids should be dating each other. And the ones who don't have kids should be hooking up more to date and get married. Okay? Because I guarantee you, when black women tell black men, I do not date men with children, they throw an effing fit. But yet you keep telling black men to stop dating black women with kids. She got kids and you got kids. Y'all go date each other. Okay? Now, I could date a man with kids. I'm just saying. Okay, what else did he say? Lord, I wrote some things down. I mean, he said a lot of things. And every time a black man defends black women, he calls out black men. I understand. We've seen some who switch up. I don't think that he is trying to pander. He's calling it out. There's not many who do. And I've seen some of his videos. I don't watch all of them. I have said some of the same things, but like I said, they don't always like to hear it from a black woman. They just don't. For some weird reason, the men get more respect. They get more attention. They get more support. You know, when we say it, they throw us under the bus. They just don't like it. They're really quick to question you as why you don't have a man, or if you have kids, or make assumptions about you and all this other stuff. And you'll even have the black women who are upset because you're not trying to save the race. No, I'm not trying to save it. It's done. 50% of it. Save yourself. Okay? And to make a black woman save the race, what you're telling me is to sacrifice myself. To wait and hope and kiss butt. And, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay, I used to be a little pro-black. I'm not that anymore as much. I'm more pro-black women. But even some black women are sick in the head along with some of the black men. And they don't want to hear you talk about what we talk about. They want to stay in the land of delusion. So, yeah. A lot of them are upset. Black men are upset, a number of them, because they're not in the position that they want to be in life. And they take it out on black women. That's why they're always trying to convince you can't escape. You can't get another man. Oh, you're going to destroy the race. You date out 3 times the rate. Oh, this and that. You're not doing this right. They even got upset because recently 106,000 black women got laid off. They said it was from that DEI stuff, and black men were making videos saying, see, you turned against us. So if a black woman loses her job, how is she better off with you if you're the most unemployed and you don't even have any money? Y'all just want us to be broken, poor, and in poverty with you, treat you like a king, cook and clean, and be in poverty. Then you'll turn around and say, why do you look a mess? You ain't as fly as the other women. Your hair ain't done. You ain't this. You're fat. It's always complaining. They're just angry at the world, and a lot of them take it out on black women. When they see black women graduating in record numbers, becoming doctors, they complain, but they're not the ones doing it, a number of them. Black women just don't want to be broken in poverty. They want the American dream. Black women want to be a part of society. They don't want to stay living in the dangerous hoods with you that you keep shooting up and taking our lives. The last thing the black woman has to do to get some more sense, because they don't all have it, is stop becoming baby mamas to the black man. Okay? Once they do that, and if they keep, things will get better. So I think misery loves company, and they want the black woman to be miserable, a miserable servant. And black men are not even loyal. If you were to just stay at home, you can barely cook the meals you want to because there's no money. Y'all would be in poverty. And if you end up with multiple kids, it's going to be even worse in poverty with them. They would still be cheating on you with women not black. The black man wants to be the king. He wants to do what he wants to do, and he wants everyone to bow, especially you, and shut the hell up and do what I say, take what I give, and stop complaining, stop trying to outdo me. The black woman is not in competition with black men when it comes to education. The black woman is not trying to keep you from being a king and having money. The black woman wants you to do all of that and choose her. That's what they want. It's just weird. Black men have more smoke for black women than they do with other races of men. It's weird. It's very weird. And then they get upset because black women are disappointed. They should be disappointed. In comparison to other women in this country, the black woman should be disappointed on what she has been left with. To be real with you. Shit, who wouldn't be mad as a woman? You have a dream, you want certain things, so the black woman has gone out to get the shit her goddamn self because she can't get it with home. You can either come along or stay left the hell behind. Black women have been settling for black men who ain't got shit. Has it been working out? Hell no, not that great. Not that great. And most men and black men are not exempt, usually resent the woman. Even if the woman, they get upset. I saw that with Phaedra on The Real Housewives of Atlanta when she kept trying to make Apollo get a job at her morgue or something. He couldn't stand Phaedra, and Phaedra was the one trying to help him because it's in a man's nature to want to do it himself. They try to fight it, but he can't help himself. He can't stand it to see a woman take care of him. He wants to be the one to do it, or he wants you to lie and pretend and convince him that he did it, or make society think he did it and it was you the whole time because they're in their ego. So a lot of black men cannot stand seeing black women graduating and becoming doctors. It's like, well, don't be mad at her. She just didn't want to be in poverty. She had a dream. She had goals. How is the black woman responsible for your failure? Now, don't get me wrong. Some of y'all mamas were not great mothers. And not a lot of black women will say that. But some of them did not raise you well. But that's not the fault of other black women who are not your mother. You know? So, and the more ass kissing black women keep doing to them, I said it, the more they cannot stand you. They are ashamed. This is abuse. That's why they try to drill it in your head all over social media that nobody will pick you. But yet I keep seeing the marriages happen with other men. This is what an abusive person does. They beat you to the ground till you have no self-esteem left and you will take the scraps. They want that from black women. They don't want you to think that you can do it without them. And the thing is that most women want the man to do it. But if he won't, what are you supposed to do? I can't starve. I don't want to be out on the street. You ain't taking care of me, so what the hell am I supposed to do? What they want you to do is spend your damn paychecks on them. They want you to fund them. I've seen a lot of black men saying that under women's comments when they have money, how they went from broke to making money in their career field. Well, is she with a black man giving him money for the vision? What vision? Y'all are always trying to come up on a woman, use a woman's resources, get your own shit, go to black men. I've had this happen on my channel. I'll do something that is targeted towards black women. All of a sudden, why come you ain't do this for black men? Go fucking ask a black man to do it for you. What you coming to me for? I don't have to do it. If I want to have a program for black women or something, that's what I can do. That's why they hate Oprah. Why can't y'all ever go to black men as black men to help you? And then y'all, I mean, black women be giving black men money all the time for their businesses and stuff. The Mexican men be working together. Why can't y'all do it as black men? But y'all always find a way to bring the black woman in it. Oh, she's in cahoots with the white man against me. No, black women are not. Shit, some black women are prejudiced as hell. Yes, some of them are. I see them online all the time. So shut up. Y'all just don't, y'all can't take the L. You can't admit we fucked up as black men. And we got to get this together as men. We got to prove to the black woman that we actually can run some shit. We kings and we can take care of her. Prove it. Instead of always coming towards the woman to abuse the black woman, making the black woman feel guilty because she don't want to be in poverty with you. Shit. I'm telling you. But like I said, your misery and your problems can end if you just dated out your fucking race. I'm not saying that every man not black is perfect. His personality has to go well with yours. But please, child. Thank you, Time Reacts. Check out her channel, y'all. Check out Time Reacts. The black man is mad at himself. He's mad at himself, and he's taking it out on his women in front of everybody in a world where you do have some people who are anti-black women. So they'll join in with the black man against you. That's why I said earlier, a lot of black men have low self-esteem. They go out their way to try to make you jealous. Oh, see, I'm dating a woman not black. I was in middle school and they didn't like me. I was in high school and I was into Japanese animation and the black women didn't like me. No, the black woman you wanted did not like you. Get it correct. There were other black women around. You ain't like how some of them look. The one that you wanted, the bad chick, the fat ass chick, all of that shit wasn't paying you attention. Explain why Asian men who are seen as nerds and get chosen, the Asian women be choosing white men. Yet Asian men still marry Asian women. They still, every race of man who was nerdy in school still ends up a lot of times with women within his own race and they weren't even being checked for in high school and shit. So, Negro, please. I don't ever see the women who were nerds or real fat complaining, I couldn't get no black boy. I couldn't get no black guy. He didn't want me. I was watching K-pop and shit. I couldn't get him, so now F them all. I don't really see that. All right, let's go to the next video.
They say when a man is messing with more than one woman, he gets mean to the one he's lying to. This is the truth. And he usually gets mean to the woman he's been in a long, committed relationship with. Reason being, because he's cheating. And he's being mean to his girlfriend or wife so he can go be with other women. She starts fights out of nowhere. He tells her she's not good enough. And he makes her feel like she's the reason the relationship is falling apart. Also, he can disappear for hours or days and go be with other women. And eventually he will apologize or tell you what you want to hear to get you back where he wants you. But make no mistake, it's only a matter of time before he does it again. And he will do it for as long as you allow him to. You deserve someone who's honest and loyal, not someone who manipulates your love. Stop letting his lies steal your peace. Set boundaries. Walk away.
You know, he's not lying. A lot of men do this to their women. When they know you're too good for them, they will abuse you. Because most men don't initiate the breakup. Most men won't break up. They won't break up with the woman. And they'll start to get angry because they're thinking, damn, don't she see what I'm doing to her? Doesn't she see how I talk to her? Doesn't she notice this? And then they'll get angry at you for staying. You know, it's a mental thing with a lot of men. You know, they won't break up with you, and then they'll start abusing you because they know that they don't deserve you, or they actually want you to catch on so that you'll break up with them. And then they can go to their family and say that you left them, not the opposite. That happens. So I thought that was a pretty good message that he has, that, yeah, he will treat the one woman that's his main woman who loves him like absolute crap. Absolute crap. He might even start telling you, don't cook for me. I don't want this from you. Don't do this. He'll start rejecting your love because he knows he doesn't deserve it. Oh yeah, they do stuff like that. Let's go to the next thing.
Look at I top it. Look at I top it.
It says European tourist detained in Dubai after allegedly mocking a local Muslim woman and posting the video online. Baby, when you go to other countries, you got to be real careful. In the UAE, the Middle East, they have laws. You're not even allowed to curse in public. No curse words in public. No alcohol except in certain spots. You can drink, but it's in certain locations. You have to respect the laws of the land. You know, this is the custom. And not all women even wear the hijab. Some say that you're not forced to. Some of them choose to wear it. And I know putting the food under your hijab constantly to eat, some people don't like that, but you have to keep it to yourself. Also, the recording, I have heard that they don't like you recording a lot of stuff. So, yeah, they were detained because you were on camera recording this innocent woman with her man, and you're laughing at their culture. You're laughing at the culture, and it didn't go too well for him. Be careful. I've heard of a number of people from different countries being stuck in jail over there. Having SCX with someone without marriage or something, mocking, cursing in public, especially towards a man. So you got to be real, real careful. Okay.
I would have to say my favorite food of all time is pepperoni pizza.
Okay, they're claiming that Britney Spears has been erased off the earth. That the Britney Spears that we see today is not the Britney Spears that we grew up with, that this is a clone. They're claiming that this is a clone because they're saying Britney said one thing that she used to like, and now she's saying something completely different. Like this is not the same woman who said she's saying different stuff. This is not Britney. Let's see.
Definitely. What's my favorite food is, I would have to say my favorite food of all time is pepperoni pizza, definitely. What's my favorite food is a chili hot dog. And what's your favorite music video of yours? My favorite music video is probably Slave. Yeah. The first question that you mainly ask me is what my favorite song is. My favorite song is Toxic that I have done.
Okay, so she said her favorite food was pizza. Then she said her favorite fruit is a chili dog. She said her favorite song was I'm a Slave for You. Now she's saying something different. Her voice is also completely different.
My favorite video to shoot was Toxic. And what's my favorite flower? It's a rose.
Laura from Orlando asks, what is your favorite type of flower? My favorite type of flower, I love morning glories and I love lilies.
My favorite restaurant is Mastro's, just because I love a steak and baked potatoes. My stomach is so sensitive. If I have a steak, I'll be sick for 3 days.
You're kidding me. What would you tell that Britney from 20 years ago?
I would tell that Britney just to believe in yourself and never doubt yourself and be I would tell that Britney just to believe in yourself and never yourself. My stomach.
I'm telling you, it's all in the eyes. Every answer she gave was different from a different. She said that she liked pizza. That's her favorite food. Then the other Britney was saying, no, it's chili dogs. My favorite video is this. My favorite flower is a lily. Oh, my favorite flower is a rose. Every answer was different. And I'm telling you, Britney has not been the same in years. I don't know. Leave a heart if you believe that they're cloning people in Hollywood. I don't know. Yeah, things can change. Pretty Wahala says my favorite stuff changes too. Things can change. But she said that she loves steak and potatoes. But then in the other video, she said she couldn't eat steak because it upsets her stomach. So, I don't know. Okay, y'all are leaving hearts. You think that they're cloning people. Key Love says not clone, but MK Ultra. I don't know though. Like, I don't know. When I think of MK Ultra, it's like they're sitting down with some TV screen on, flashing 100 pictures a minute of stuff, trying to brainwash them or something. I don't know. But I always said I think something happened to her. Something behind the scenes. Somebody did something to Britney. So, but people are swearing, no, it's not Britney. It's not Britney. It's a clone. I don't know. I just know that's not the Britney that we knew. So,
I don't know about y'all, but as a child-free woman, whenever I hear people say stuff like, I'm going to end up alone and stuff, I automatically know that you don't like yourself. You are afraid of being alone. I had a woman get on my YouTube comment section the other day, and she was saying she's so bored because her kids grew up and moved out the house and now she don't know what to do with her life. And I'm like, how pathetic is that? Now, don't get me wrong. I have compassion and empathy for a lot of women because most women do lose themselves in motherhood. They do. They lose their identities. They let themselves go. A lot of them don't look very vibrant. You know, they look worn down and tired. Your job is hard. So I'm not knocking you for that. I understand why that's the case. However, don't come and try to project your fears and insecurities off onto me because you're bored. There is no reason under the sun that a woman, a grown woman, should ever be bored. Like, how are you bored? I can't remember the last time I was bored. Maybe I was in my 20s. We're talking 2 decades ago. Bored? There's so many things I want to do. There's not enough hours in a day for me to do the things that I want to do every day. Like, there's not, 24 hours ain't enough. Seriously. I have a whole list of shit that will last me until I'm 90 years old. Bored how? So I be knowing immediately that y'all don't like yourselves and you don't like your own company, because you should be finding ways to cultivate a life for yourself. I don't know how a lot of y'all get to grown age and haven't already done that. But child-free women, you know, we are child-free because we don't need kids to fill this hole in our lives that a lot of mothers, according to y'all, this is out of y'all's mouth, a lot of mothers go through. You guys say stuff like, my kids give my life meaning, or I would have been given up a long time ago if it wasn't for my kids. And I'm sorry, but that is so sad. That is the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life. You mean to tell me if it wasn't for your kids, you don't feel that you have any purpose in life? And here I am, a child-free woman, and many other child-free women who did not need to fill a hole in our lives. And even if we did, we wasn't going to use innocent kids to do that. You see how absurd that is? Oh, newborn baby that's like 1 week old. Please, I'm giving you the responsibility to give my life meaning. That is the saddest, most pathetic shit I've ever heard. You got to do work on yourself. If you are afraid of getting older and dying alone, you got to do work on yourself. If you're worried that no one's going to be able to take care of you when you're old, you got to do work on yourself. If you're a grown-ass woman with all of these opportunities and all this technology and you're bored, and I'm no good alone and all that other stuff, you have major work. You need to get into that office and talk to that lady. Don't worry about me or child-free women. We're fine. We're not putting the responsibility of giving our life meaning on an innocent baby. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. And it's very sad and pathetic. I'm sorry to say that. And I'm saying that to get you to think about it so that you will stop this nonsense. Don't worry about me when I'm in old age. I don't even know if I'm going to be here in old age. Tomorrow ain't promised to me or nobody. Like, what does this even mean? How do you even know? When you turn 80, you're going to be like, did you see into my future? Did you see into my future and you can see something that I can't see? Because I'm confused like a mofo. Like, what? You don't even know if I'm even going to be here. Let alone, even if I am here, I would never, ever put the responsibility of taking care of myself on innocent children. Especially not my children. Because I love my children too much to even bring them here. Let alone force them into existence and then expect them to look after me in old age. A lot of y'all need lives. A lot of y'all, Google is free. Get on Google and figure out what the hell you need to do with your life. Because getting on social media and coming for child-free women ain't it. Nothing you say is going to change anything. We're still not going to have kids. We're still not wrecking our bodies to do so. We're still not foolishly believing that a man is going to be there forever because we know that that's humanly impossible, right? And with this current crop of men, y'all can forget it. But I digress. When people find out that I'm child-free and that I don't ever want to have kids, I'm never going to have kids, no, I'm never changing my mind, and no, I'm never going to regret it, they always hit me with, well, who are you going to have to take care of you when you're old? And usually when they ask that question, it is to them, a gotcha. It's a gotcha type of a question, right? And it never lands the way that they think it's going to land, because in that moment, it reminds me that that is the one thing that I'm the most happy about in my life, which is that if I go through things in life, if I'm suffering under the Trump administration and things of that nature, I am glad that I didn't also force innocent children into this bullshit, right? I'm so happy about that. I would rather go through things by myself than to force children. Now, if I did have children, I would forbid my kids from taking care of me. Why? Because my brain ain't that effed up. I would love my kids so much that the last thing that I would ever want to do is make them give up their lives, their free time, their extra money, their careers, and whatever else to come take care of me once I've already lived my life. Like, I'm literally old and on my way out. You know what I mean? I'm on my way out the door. I'm on my way off this planet. And I'm going to want them to give up everything in their lives and their families for me. Like, that would literally make me such an effed up mom, in my opinion, to expect that. If the kids want to help take care of me, that's fine too. I would be very grateful in my heart, but I still wouldn't let them. I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want that for my children, because I would love them. And a lot of times that makes me wonder how much a lot of these parents really love their kids, because you want your kids to give up things to take care of you. Because that's exactly what they would be doing, you know, unless they don't have a life and you didn't raise them right and they turn out to be shit, right? But if they have a life and they have things that they're working towards and they have their own families and stuff, why would you want them to give that up? I worked in healthcare for 18 years, and it is a 24-hour a day job, especially if they end up with dementia and stuff, taking care of older parents. That's why nursing homes exist in the first place, in case y'all didn't realize that, because adult parents put their parents in nursing homes because they can't financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and all of that, and physically take care of their parents. I know how hard it is to take care of elderly parents. I would never want that for my kids. So When you think you are doing some kind of gotcha moment, you're not. You're making me very grateful. You're reminding me of how grateful that I am that I didn't fall for the okie doke, and that I did not force innocent children into this shit world to suffer with me. That is the very definition of selfish.
Okay, so, I love to see that society is changing a lot more in America when it comes to not having children. Like I said, not everybody should be a parent. And I saw in the chat, someone said that you felt like having a child would give you purpose. That's for people who don't know what they want with their life. Like when you hear people say, I didn't become really an adult until I had a child. It forced me into it. I feel like, I agree with her. There are plenty of things to do on earth. You could contribute to society without having children, having hobbies, starting nonprofits, giving to the homeless, mentoring, things like that. There's a lot of different things to do. And it's true. It's like, I agree. I barely get half of what I want done throughout the day. There's always something to do. And not everybody wants to be bothered with children. Some people do, some people don't. If you suffered from depression, having kids will either make you happy or it will make you go into more depression. It's going to go either way. You're either going to fall into postpartum and have way more depression, anxiety, pressure, or you'll be happy. And that's the way it goes. With the way that this world is, you do have to think about having kids. This world is slavery. This world is slavery. You work and work. Half the time they're barely paying you anything. You're not safe, especially as a girl. I mean, the way I see society going right now, and especially these men, it doesn't make me feel hopeful about a baby that much, especially if you were to be in the Black community. The way this community looks and operates, I would not feel any hope about bringing a child into this, to be real with you. If I was only going to date Black men, absolutely not. So people will say, who's going to take care of you? I mean, I always said that's why you have nursing homes. Most people end up in nursing homes. A good portion, and a lot of people don't even make it till they're old enough to end up in the nursing home. And there are a lot of kids who put their parents in nursing homes who can't afford to take care of their parents. That happens. And I mean, I feel 50-50 on it. It's nothing wrong if you have a nice little family, having holidays together. Your kids love you, you love your kids, vice versa, and they visit and y'all together. But there's a lot of pressure to raise a child. Raising a child is not easy, and it's not for everyone. And it's not for everyone who suffers with mental health. Having a child can make it worse. So, there's the good and there's the bad. There's the good and there's the bad. It's your choice. A woman doesn't have to. Speaking of childbirth, Ava DuVernay, probably said her name wrong. She said that she chose not to marry or have kids. Now, she's a beautiful woman. She didn't want to have kids or get married. She says, I don't feel like I would be a good mother for a child. When I hear something like that, I don't know. Maybe she had a bad childhood. Maybe she knows she's super busy and she can't give all her time. I don't know. We don't know her personally, but she knows herself enough to know. She said, I wouldn't be a good mother, I don't think, to a child. That doesn't mean she's necessarily mean. It could be other things. When you are a mother, you have to have all your time. And some women feel pressure. We don't know. So she said she's opening up about her decision to forgo marriage and motherhood, reflecting on how others have reacted to her choice over the years. She says that when she was asked if she would make a different choice, she said about hold on, when she was asked if she would make a different choice, if she could start her career over, she's 52, and she says, no, I've never have been. I've never, the fact that I'm not married or that I don't have kids, she's not bothered by it. She says that people often told her she would change her mind, but she said it never happened. You'll change your mind. I don't feel like I would be a good mother for a child. I don't want to do that. And I think in the most ideal scenario, you should want to do that. I just don't want to. She was also asked if her career and decision to not pursue marriage or children have made romantic relationships difficult. She says no, because I'm not asking for that. If you're looking for a husband to stand by while you're off doing these things, I think you're going to have a harder time. But if you're not looking for a husband, companionship, a partner, etc., I don't know. Maybe she's gay. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I have heard that before. Then again, I'm like, why would she hide that in 2025? I mean, plenty of people are out with it. And in some cases, she just doesn't want a man. Maybe she's dated a lot, and she's just tired. Some people would say she's rich. Maybe she doesn't want a man to take her money. Then again, she can get a prenup. I think she's probably just had enough. She's focusing on herself. I don't know her life story or what happened. Maybe she just don't want to be bothered and said, I don't want a child. And she's being responsible because she says, I feel she knows a child deserves someone who wanted them. You have a lot of women who didn't want their children, and they treat their kids like crap. They talk to them with a smart mouth. They're always trying to whoop their kids over stupid stuff. They're not happy. You can see that sometimes with mothers, that they're not happy. So she's sparing a child maybe misery or just not having what they should have because she doesn't want children. And I think it's good that a lot more women can say, I don't want a child. I think it needs to get to a point where we don't even have to explain to people why. Because there will be people, why? None of your business. If I said I don't want children, that's the end. That is it. I don't have to explain and tell you my trauma, what happened, why I think it. No, none of it matters. If I said I don't want them, if I made the decision, leave it at that. Okay. Speaking of children, listen to what this woman said.
The real reason Christians hate abortion is it robs them of the opportunity to punish women for having sex outside of marriage. The difficulty, the shame, the inconvenience of an unwanted pregnancy is what they expect the woman to go through as penance for her sin. They don't give a fuck about the baby or the welfare of the mother once it's. The real reason Christians hate abortion is it robs them of the opportunity to punish women for having outside of marriage.
I agree with her. I agree when she said they don't even care about the child or the woman. Oh no, they don't. A lot of people do not love children. They won't even adopt children. The foster care system is overrun. All the pro-lifers and Christians will not adopt these children who need homes. There are women who are in poverty, and the government is trying to stop women from having access to food stamps and things, and cutting programs for free food at the school because the mother can't afford to give them lunch. It's about power and control and trying to make women, as she said, feel bad for having sex outside of marriage. It's just weird to me. Hold on. Society is crazy. They're always trying to go against women. They never, I don't care what men say, go ask most men, will you be celibate? Will you go years without having sex if you have to? The average man is going to tell you, hell no. They will talk about 304 this, they sleep with hookers. If they can't get it, they'll go to a hooker. The same woman they said is a whore is who they go to. They're always trying to make women feel bad and like we're not human beings and that we don't have needs and wants. Why are they always coming for women for having sex but not coming for men for having sex? It takes two to tango. Or I should feel ashamed for wanting it as much as he did. I'm a human being. I have desires. I have needs and wants just like he does. They're always coming for the woman. You need to feel bad. Oh, you're the whore. You're this. He's just as much as a whore you claiming the woman is. So why is it always coming down to the woman's fault? So she was like, they're trying to force you to have these babies as punishment for sin, for having sex. You know, a lot of men, they have opinions, but I guarantee you they wouldn't want to raise these kids on their own if the woman said, okay, then you raise the kids then. I birth it, now you raise it, I'm going. If men were being left like as single fathers, the way men walk out on women, oh, believe me, they would say something different. Okay? Everybody wants to control the woman and blame the woman. You act out your desires, you got your desires fulfilled from a woman, then you turn around and call her a whore. The same whore who just gave you what you wanted and what you felt you needed. They're always trying to make the woman uphold the church, uphold morality. But the men can go out there and do this and that. Just like it's these corn stars right now on TikTok. They're having sex with 500 men in a day. One of them just went in the hospital for it. And people are shaming these women to death. I'm like, why are you shaming her to death, but you're not bothered by 500 men sharing one woman, and half those men probably got wives at home and they all going behind each other? Why isn't there shame that the men are sharing one woman and risking bringing home something to their wife? Why doesn't anyone get outraged about that? I don't care if she wants to sleep with 500 men. That's her coochie. That ain't my coochie. You can talk about morality, but it's not my life. It's her life. But no one is bothered that 500 men shared one woman and have wives. No one cares about that. No one cares about the men going to the brothels and the prostitutes, but always trying to arrest a prostitute, and not the men. Half these men have wives and risk bringing stuff to their wife. Nobody cares about any of that. They hate women. We are the scapegoat that they use. We are the punching bags. We are the one that they blame for their shortcomings and for their lust and desire. Okay. So I think I have 2 more stories to go to. Let's see the next one. This kind of surprised me. Stylist Misa Hilton, you know that's Puff Daddy's first baby mama. She has filed a $5 million lawsuit against Mary J. Blige. Now, you know she's a very famous stylist, clothing stylist, and she is suing Mary J. Blige for $5 million. She used to style Mary a lot. Let's see. Misa Hilton has filed a $5 million lawsuit against Mary J. Blige, alleging breach of contract, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships. She says that her actions led her to be excluded from key events and pressure on the rapper Vado to sever ties with her management. Okay, so basically she's suing Mary J. Blige. It's not much to talk about, but I was surprised. I guess their friendship is over. Misa is pretty popular, and she says that she's suffering from emotional distress because of her. So she wants $5 million from Mary. $5 million.
For those of you who don't know, Black people were the first ones to inhabit the Philippines. The only difference of me and my husband is that I know my father.
Oh, hell no. Get out the car. Bye.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Black people were the first ones to inhabit the Philippines. The only difference of me and my husband is that I know my father.
Girl, I didn't find, I mean, look, stereotypes can be true, but it's a shame. It's a shame. She thought it was funny to be able to make that joke. The difference between me and you, I actually know who my father is. That's how bad the Black Americans' reputation is, that even the Filipinos know that y'all don't be having daddies like that y'all don't take care of your kids. Damn. That's disgusting. But Black men are known for this. Black men are known to abandon their kids and not take care of their kids. So while they're laughing about it, the truth is that this is sad as hell. This is sad as hell. Black men, your reputation has reached the Philippines. I hope you don't find a way to blame Black women about all this, but we're telling them to stop having your kids, so you don't have to worry. We're going to try to keep telling them to stop having your kids so that this can stop. But damn.
For those of you who don't know, Black people were the first ones to inhabit the Philippines. The only difference of me and my husband is that I know my father.
Oh, hell no. Get out the car. Bye.
Okay.
I'm going to Target by myself.
I want to go to the Target.
Nope.
Damn. This is a shame for the Black men who do take care of their kids. I mean, y'all reputation for not taking care of them damn kids is global to people. I hope y'all know people are watching you. You being watched. They're watching how you move, how you treat your women, and all of that. And if you take care of their kids, that's why people from other countries be scared for their daughters to marry Black men. Besides the fact, having the kids and stuff, some of them don't want half Black grandkids and stuff. But besides that, yeah, they're like, I don't want my daughter to be abandoned with no kids. That's what they're known for. That's one of the reasons. So, damn. Okay. Okay, this was Tia Mowry, Tia and Tamara. She recently released a statement saying that she stands with Black women. She says, if you haven't read any aspect of the news, we're seeing Black women coming forward. DDG, Holly Bailey, Sky Jackson. Black women are risking their lives to speak out against injustice and tell their truth. We have endured living in the shadow of trauma for too long. Every woman refusing to stay silent. For our grandmothers, our aunties, sisters, and cousins, we all have our stories, our truth. Through all of the pain and heartbreak in each woman's respective story, I am inspired to see these brave women change industries for our daughters and granddaughters. Leave a heart for, showing your support. So this is what Tia had to say, that it's time for Black women to stop being quiet about what you go through. Stop being quiet about being abused, okay? You are not your grandmothers, your aunts, and your cousins from the past who had to endure being mistreated, especially by Black men, because you got to keep it Black, you got to keep the community together, you got to be quiet and all that other stuff. So she is like, no, those days are over and I stand with you. Okay, Tamara, I think, is the one who married the white newscaster or something. So, okay. So that's what she said. And I want to end it with one fun video that I really like, sharing some things.
Rare photos you haven't seen before.
That looks like Michael Jackson. That Egyptian statue, that looks like Michael Jackson.
For This is how big the Statue of Liberty's face is compared to a person. This is how big a polar bear's paw is compared to a human hand. This is how big Earth is compared to Saturn. This is what Queen Elizabeth II looked like when she was 18. This is how horses fly on a plane. And this is what a completely empty airplane looks like. This is what the largest flying animal ever recorded looks like compared to a human. This is how big a blue whale heart is compared with a human being. This is a picture of one of the last Tasmanian tigers, an animal that went extinct in 1936. Tourists used to be able to freely climb up the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt to sunbathe and have tea parties. This is how condoms were tested in the 1930s. This is what the end of 13,000 miles of the Great Wall of China looks like. This is Ralph Lincoln, the 11th generation cousin of Abraham Lincoln. This is what the Eiffel Tower looked like as it was being built. This is Ruth Malcolmson, the woman who won the 1924 Miss America pageant. This is Robert Wadlow, the tallest human who ever lived. To a human.
This was scary as hell to me. This flying dinosaur bird or whatever. Look how big it is, how big it was. Can you imagine? This was flying, y'all. The land before time. The land before time. When dinosaurs roamed the earth. When the earth was Pangea. And these big old flying bird dinosaurs were everywhere. Can you imagine just enjoying your day and this comes over you? People will probably have a heart attack. Leave a heart if you think that the government is going to try to clone these animals, these dinosaurs and stuff. Leave a heart if you think they're going to try to clone them and bring them back. I mean, oh my God, Guilty Angel says she thinks so. You know they're trying to bring the mammoth back? They actually brought some sort of wolves or something back a few months ago. And, you know, the earth is something. Leave a heart if you believe that Atlantis existed. Or a city like Atlantis. Leave a heart if you believe that there was ancient technology. I don't know. When I hear about ancient technology, I don't know though. I don't know. The way I see humans act right now in 2025, it makes it hard for me to believe that humans was advanced, because I'm like, we're the future and we still don't have it together. Like the way humans fight on the earth and all the craziness that I see, I'm like, I don't know. Twisted Logic says our technology is the ancient technology. Leave a heart if you believe dinosaurs existed, because there are people who actually don't believe that dinosaurs existed. You know, you can't even touch dinosaur bones at the museum. They put like radiation or something is on the bones. I think it's because they said it's because of radiation. Because of when the asteroid killed them. So leave a heart if you think dinosaurs really existed and it was not a conspiracy. Okay, I see hearts. You know, there are people who will say, well, it's not in the Bible about the dinosaur, so it couldn't have been real, but they found the bones. You know, there are people who say stuff like that. Miss Legend says it's a fact. The sad thing is war breeds technology. You know what's so interesting to me is when they go underwater and they see the cities underwater. I'm like, wow, humans literally, like it was, I don't know how to put this into words, but it's just something. Like, damn, the oceans rose that high that humans used to actually walk. What's now under the ocean was cities. Y'all heard about those people, I forgot what country it was, where their bones are still scattered, and that there is crystals or mirrors or something under the sand. Basically something blasted off so damn hot, like an atomic bomb, that it killed them people instantly and made mirrors under the sand. That tells you that, yeah. Yeah, I think it is Pompeii. I think it is. Like they're all scattered under there. Like they fell out from a blast or something. I love science and history. I wish we knew more. I think they know more, but they won't tell us. You know, the Vatican has the Vatican archives, the Smithsonian. They claim the Smithsonian is hiding shit under there. Like, I want to know the truth. I want to know the files that the government got on stuff that they won't release to the public about origins of stuff. Like, what was really around? Oh, Jamar says Pompeii was a volcano. Well, I don't know if it's the same thing then. I don't know. Maybe it is. They all fell to the ground and... Guilty Angel, flat earth seems to be number one off topic. I don't know if I believe in flat earth. I always said if the earth was flat, why come the ocean isn't falling off or something? I just don't get why the government would have to lie about the earth being flat. Like, what is the government getting out of saying that the earth is round? Like, what would the earth being flat mean to humans? Like, I don't get why they would lie about that. You know, when people talk about the reptilian aliens and stuff, some of them say that the dinosaurs were experiments by the reptilian, that the dinosaurs were half reptilian and some other stuff. Their first attempt with a project on Earth that failed, and they sent that damn asteroid down to get rid of them. I've heard that before. You know, when I see that movie Planet of the Apes that came out, that movie is incredible. I always felt like, is there some sort of hidden message in this shit? Did humans evolve like off that movie? Like, was something similar like that? I don't know. The earth is an oblate something. Pompeii was a city near Mount Vesuvius, a volcano. It's a flattish sphere. We have yet to discover high percentage of the ocean. I wonder what would happen if we do with this enhanced technology. The ocean is scary as hell. Now, they claim that they only discovered 5% of the ocean, but someone said they actually mapped out 50% of it, but that they found something that was so damn scary they don't want to look no more. The ocean is so damn deep. The Mariana Trench is so deep that it could fit 2 Mount Everest in it. That's so scary. God knows what's in the ocean. God knows what's in the ocean. Lord knows. I hope we do get the technology, though, to look. But we might not be prepared what we see. Maybe one day we'll have the technology. Who knows? Maybe something that looks like this bird is up under there in the ocean. Like, the ocean is so beautiful, but it's so scary too. People said that they've seen UFOs coming out the water. I believe it. Jamar says, I don't want to end up like them billionaires. Yeah, that was a horrible death. They've literally exploded from the water pressure. Twisted logic. Look how big wells are. There's something probably bigger. There's always something bigger. That's what's scary. Let me tell you my scary story. I think I told this story before. When I was like 13, my dad took me on a cruise. And listen, I was with a friend and I was walking on the ocean floor, walking. The water is super clear. And I noticed I was on my tippy toes and the water was dark. I could no longer see my feet. I kid you not, y'all, I couldn't even swim, but I thought I could, but I realized now I don't know if I could swim there in that. Child, here I am on my tippy toes. The water is touching my chin. And it hit me in that moment. I said to myself, oh shit, I'm in the dark part. I'm on my tippy toes. I said, hold on for a second, because I didn't have any goggles. I took 1 foot and I put 1 foot and put it down to see if I could still feel the ocean floor. I felt nothing under my feet. And I came up, I was on 1 foot and it hit me. I said, oh my God, what am I doing? Oh my God. And in that moment, my dad actually called me back. But I realized if I had took 1 more step on my tippy toes, I would have fell down without any ocean floor. Back then, I wasn't scared. I loved the water. I just wasn't scared. I didn't know if I could swim or not. In my mind, I thought I could swim because I could do the doggy paddle. But now that I look back, I'm like, more than likely I would have drowned or something. But the fact that I was in the dark part, once you get in the dark part of the water, that's when it's deep. And my 1 foot felt nothing under me. I said, oh my shit. Whew. And then I came back. But imagine if I hadn't done that in that moment, I would have dropped down. I'm telling you, the ocean is scary as hell. The ocean is something. So, yeah, I can't believe it that these used to roam the earth. I even wonder what humans will look like in 500 years. What will the earth look like in 500 years? What will technology look like in 500 years? Because think about it. Our ancestors never in their life believed that airplanes would exist. They never dreamed or imagined computers and laptops. They never imagined cell phones. So imagine what will be here in 500 years that we cannot even imagine. We can't even think of it. They couldn't even think of what we have now. So that is it, everybody, for today's video. I thank you so much for joining me and stopping by. I really appreciate it. Twisted Logic says those aliens that visited the school in South Africa told us to leave technology alone. I don't know if I believe they saw aliens. I don't know. I need some proof. So that is it, everybody. Please get those likes up. It affects the algorithm, and I will be reading your comments, not just in the chat, but also the regular comment section. Now, because I've been live for 2.5 hours, the live chat more than likely will not upload until a few hours later for people who watch the replay. So, you all take care. Bye, everyone.